Alright, so the pickup winder is now taken apart.
This old thing here, rest in peace, Money Winder 2000. We had good times.
All the parts are here, and we can see my motor that I used. I did this trick, so I just glued a bolt on there, and then I cut down a little piece like this, and I just crammed it in there. And then I had my nuts here, and after that it goes on this, and then the thing that the spool goes onto comes on the top. And yeah, I think I'm probably gonna go with this still. The thing is, I did try these out. I would have loved to use one of these motors because they would have been so much easier to attach because they have those little holes for the screws. This one does too, but I don't have the appropriate screws, so I'll try and see if I can find some. If I can't, I have this thing in mind. I'm gonna have a wooden block like this. I'm gonna have a hole with the diameter of this on there, and then I'm just gonna cut it, put this, and then pinch it, or attach it between those two blocks, and that will keep it straight and from moving and everything. So that's going to be my attachment method probably for this motor. And these were a little, I'd say, bit more powerful as well, and they made more noise. So that's why I'm also going with this. It has enough power and it's really silent. So, and yeah, it's fast enough. So I'm just gonna go with that one. And yeah, gotta see if I can find small enough screws to attach it. It would be nice to have it on a panel, so wouldn't have to do, I'll say, so much work necessarily. And sometimes it happens. You do this thing, you have an idea, and then you do it, and you find out, shit, it doesn't work. So that happens. You gotta be expecting that, and then it's no big deal. You just go back, figure out what went wrong, and then you're just gonna try something different, and well, hope that works. It's just sometimes these things happen. So now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I think that would be an annoying task as well. So I think it's doing the block of wood and attaching it on there would be actually a good idea. These I would like to have. I'll see if I can get some like aluminum pieces or something. And yeah, I'd like to do that. But these are, I'll say, like pretty straight. So that will work fine as well. In the end, this is gonna be a cheap pickup winder, but it will have the necessary features in it anyway. So that's why going with the scrap wood I can get for free is a good way to go. Yeah, I'm also gonna show you the spool of wire I have. I'm gonna show you also the research I'm doing. So I gotta get some and do some new stuff, and that's what was basically lacking with the old one. So I gotta figure out a way to have the spool for the wire to have some tension, and the spool is going to be a big one, so it's going to be down on the floor or something. So I just want to make a system for that, and yeah, that wasn't what I had on On the old one, I had small spools too, so now with the big one, I really need something that gives it some tension before I do the hand winding, so before it gets between my fingers. So that's gonna be something that might not work the first time, hopefully will eventually though. So but yeah, I gotta figure out the system for that. And then just, what kind of things I need to hold everything together and so on. And wire guide, of course. And yeah, also I want to make a cool box for my winder. So that's something I'm gonna have fun time designing too. Yeah, the next part is I'm gonna gather up some plywood and I'm gonna go to the wood shop. I'll get some footage from there too. It's not gonna be as pretty as with this camera, the Sony I have. I'm not gonna take this one there. There's other people around and so on. So in case of accidents, I'm just gonna be filming it with my phone. Hopefully that will be enough. It should. So that's what I'm gonna be doing there. So yeah, I'm gonna get to the wood shop and do some of the basic stuff I need. And first of all, the thing that holds this. So that's gonna be the first thing on my list. And yeah, I'll see you there.
All right. So what happened was I actually got the thing CNC machine, as we can see here. So my brother just quickly did a program with my measurements and then attached the block we chose onto the machine. And there we have the final product. All that's left to do is some hand or table routing.
I got myself the thing that I will attach the motor of the pickup winder to. And that's how it is. It was CNC machined. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this from half, not in half, but I'll make a cut here, and then I'll do holes from here all the way to the other part, and then I'll have, because this is a bit loose still, it moves. So what I want to of course do is attach it really securely. So I will basically just pinch it between two pieces and tighten it up like that. And then another thing I noticed, it looks like my straight edge isn't actually that straight. So that's this was a cheap straight edge, and it looks like yeah, it's really not that straight at all, at least on this side. So it's trash. That's what it is pretty much. And yeah, so I'm getting my build going further. I think this will be the height, and then I also got myself these boards. So, and it's precisely the same length. So then I'll have the cover that I will hook up the turn counter, the speed thing, and so on. I will get done from these. So I'll be going to the woodworking shop myself, and I'm gonna take my camera there, and I'm probably gonna have this side facing me, so up there a little slanted, so the turn counter will be easier to read and so on. So have a little like that. So I do need my brother to make me a few pieces, I think, with certain cuts. that I will then screw these onto. So yeah, the case will be plywood. Like I said, it's cheap, easy to work with, and so on. But yeah, that's it. That's where that's gonna be hooked up to. Then for the guide, let me see here. So then I will have this. So that's for the bobbin, and it's adjustable here. So I just careful measure what I need to have, what spacing do I need to have, and then I think I do need to get a different bolt that's all the way threaded so I can get it. So then when I have the faceplate, I'm gonna have this thing, sort of thing, on it, and I will have a bolt, and then I'll have that guide over there like that. So that's going to be attached into the front, and then the guide will be like that, and it will be adjustable. So that's what I'm going to do for that, and that's how I can have the height where I want to, where I feel it's the best. And if I mess up the first time, if it's, I can just change the position, and I'll just have some nasty screw holes there to cover or something to make it look prettier, or then I can just make a new board. But yeah, it's not too hard to get all of this together. And then for the tension, so I need to have some sort of guide thing for the wire. I have the big bobbin of wire over here. I don't know if I showed it yet, so I'm going to do that now. So here we go. And this should be coming off, the wire should be coming off freely from here. I hope the edges are fine. I'll have to see about that. But usually what they might do is have this like up somewhere, or then sitting down on the ground. So I'm gonna have I need to do a little dock for that. I'm gonna use again probably a bolt to hook it up to a bigger platform like that, like this, so it doesn't really like move too easily accidentally. And then on this board, this one, let me put this down a little. So then on this board, I gotta have this little tension thing before my fingers. So I need to get some sort of a guide going on for that I haven't still figured out how I'm gonna do. And after that I have these where I had a few here, like these little pieces of felt that I wanna have the wire pinched between, so it will give it the tension before it goes there, and hopefully that will keep the, because yeah, the wire is like hair thin, or it's really thin, so it breaks easily. So that's, we don't of course want to be doing that. And if it does, you can try and fix the connection if that happens. But yeah, you really don't want to do that. You want to avoid the string from breaking and then having a cut somewhere in your pickup. Like you could try, like, but then you might be wasting a lot of that stuff and your time. So I'm just gonna make this as good as I can, so I can carefully wound my pickups and have it working without the wire just like snapping all the time, which can be an issue for many that do machines, or so I've read. So, but yeah, so that's the update for that. And next up, I'll have to go to the wood shop myself, get this thing, then screw it on here, attach the motor, and then I'll get the rest of the measurements for everything else. And after that, it's just basically putting it together. And before all that, of course, I have to figure out how to make the tensioner thing. So that's next actually on my list. All right, but I'll be checking back soon, and we'll see how this thing goes. All right.